Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Happy February. It's a new month, it's a new day. You may hear Gina's Dexcom going off, her blood was a little high when I got up. So I got up around 4 so that she could start her insulin a little earlier today. Not sure why overnight stuff happens. A lot of people want to say, oh, it's what she eats. Well, how do you explain what goes on overnight, if that's true? Anyway, happy February the 1st, 2022. Today is going to be a beautiful day. I was not going to make any coffee, but as soon as I sat down at this desk, the urge came and I said, now look here, I done started the broadcast. Now I have to make some coffee because I don't think I would have been able to sit through this without a cup of coffee. So this is my space where I come daily during the weekday and just express myself in this space. Yesterday was a tough day for West Philadelphia. We lost a very, very loved friend. And my heart goes out to her family and all of her many, many friends. I had some beautiful phone calls, connections with people I haven't seen. Gosh, it's been like Gina's about to be 17. She went in a coma at 10 to about 7 years or more. I haven't seen these people. When my daughter got sick, my life completely changed. I didn't have time to explain it to anyone. It was on demand change that I had to make, and it was hard. But looking at us today, you wouldn't even believe that we went through as much as we did unless you would speak to one of our therapists. Then you would know, stuff really affected us. And I'm really proud of myself. I'm really proud of my daughter for not giving up, even when we didn't understand the total picture or understand what we needed to do or how we needed to do it. We never gave up. I definitely never gave up. I got frustrated dealing, taking my daughter to school, not being able to trust faculty with her health care was a scary process to go through. Then even to be in the midst of it and understanding that this is detrimental to her. Like there's problems and situations that we don't address because we don't give it attention. I'm even in the process of relearning how I use my energy. If there is a situation that I can't change, why would I use my energy to resist the reality or to try to change the fixed reality? It just makes zero sense. And in this climate of America, this American experiment, it's Gina's blood. I'm really trying to stay grounded, but I'm also trying to grow from where I was. It's literally to a point now when I'm writing this book. I think I'm close to a title. I'm not sure. I don't really want to say it. As I'm writing this book, it's as if there was a moment like that. That moment is a line. And on the left side of this line, it's like I was in a complete disconnect or daze. or a alternate, like an outer body experience, as I'm looking back and using my memory as a guide to form this story in a not so negative light. Even though honestly, I have been in a storm up until I was almost 40, and it was like every year, almost every day, I rarely caught a break. So, I mean, if I'm going to be realistic about the story was negative for so long. And then for me to see here in a positive light is a gift in itself. Because a lot of people go through things and it hardens them. And some people don't come back from that brokenness and that emptiness. They get used to it. I just really am super appreciative that my awareness is still intact. And being labeled a black person here it has a weight to it. There was everybody was saying, look up your family history, find out who you are. You don't know who you are. You don't know who you are. Oh, I used to get so mad to hear people tell me that. How the hell am I supposed to know who I am in the state? And everybody under the state has been lying to me since I've been here. And they're still lying. Isn't it illegal for us to know who we are? Isn't it illegal for us to, wouldn't us knowing who we are go against everything American? Everything it's built on? Doesn't it need us to not know who we are in order to thrive? I feel like if we all did the research on exactly what part of the story we fit into, I think our families would change. Our families would have more empathy amongst each other. And that would change in turn the whole community around. I would hope. But being one person, I've only raised one human, I've influenced numerous children. I'm just going to start with me. I'm going to continue my narrative classes. Oh, we had class last night, Monday night, and I missed it. My schedule is doing amazing. I'm starting to get up around 4 a.m. I try to do my meditation. If not, I do a little cleaning, a time for appreciation. I've heard of so many deaths, known and unknown, and it affects you. It really brings perspective into the view. I'm preparing my daughter to be an adult out here, teaching her, showing her, instructing her on different affairs of business, things you have to handle, things you have to get done. I remember as a young teen, I left home early due to unfortunate circumstances. And I look back and I say, my gosh, how am I so proficient in handling business and keeping everything running smoothly? And how do I do that? I clearly just have a knack for it because I was never shown. I was really never shown how to run a household, how to keep bills paid. I do know I was shown how to write a check. I was never taught about credit. I was never taught a lot of stuff. that would have been beneficial to me had I, been more educated. But at this point in my life, I learned everything on my own. And I really don't want my daughter to have to learn everything on her own, like just thrown out to the wolves. So I'm showing her, teaching her, guiding her. Because I really, when I leave this earth, I want to know that I left a balanced descendant here. Not one that's going to add to this shit show. What's going on here? Like, that's really important to me. Call it pride, call it whatever you want. Happy February 1st, 2022. It is exactly 6:10 a.m. Eastern Time. I want to say that it is 3:10 Pacific Time. So it's 3 o'clock in the morning in California. I want to send love and light out to the world. Like, so much stuff going on. So much stuff is going on. You can't keep up with it. But I'm sitting in my home. I'm safe. I have minute drama. Like I barely have any drama going on. All of my affairs are in order. My daughter's safe. I'm not stressing out every day having to deal with the public school system, with the public. I salute all of the public attendees, the public school attendees. I salute you guys. I salute the parents. I salute every last one of you who can still wake up and trust a system with your child's life. I salute you. I I don't have it. I don't have it anymore. I had it. Oh my gosh, I had it. I think you would have called me a patriot. My mama taught me to be a patriot. I had it until I was shown otherwise. Like the narrative out here is what it is, but the reality doesn't always match. You got our mayor talking about he's committed to keeping the schools safe. That is a statement. You're committed. That has nothing to do with what's actually going to keep your children safe in school. That starts with the community. That starts with the people that make up the public. And I don't think the mayor can fix that. I really don't. I'm sorry. I don't think the mayor can fix all of the descendants, the miseducated descendants that are walking around here today. There's no mayor on this land that can fix what has been done and what they are acting out. I need this new frequency that I have. I need it to stay. It's like I have a different awareness of things, and I just refuse to put myself in positions where I may lose. It is so important nowadays to really, really observe what is going on in your community. The crime rate here is horrible. New York City, one of the boroughs, it is horrible. The train is unsafe. I catch taxis. And I be in there looking Child trying to get all I be in there nervous. I barely go anywhere anymore. Like growing up in the environment I grew up in gave me agoraphobia. Now my agoraphobia is the roof. Certain social situations I just don't do well in. I was walking home from St. Nick and I lied to you not. I was begging my ancestors to get me to my door. I had the worst panic attack I've had in about 5 years. I'm glad that I have experience with them because I literally became my savior. Like I had to tell myself, make yourself breathe. If you don't, you're going down. Breathe in 1,000, 1,000. Breathe out like I'm literally walking and I'm like, slow down walking for your heart rate. My heart rate was out of the sky. It was too high. It was irregular. And the only thing I did was walk outside. Like I'm walking up 132nd and I'm just having the worst panic attack ever. And when I got home, I was so happy that I made it. No one was shooting, no one was doing anything, but I think it was just me knowing that I was out in the open and if anybody started shooting, like I would get hit. And it's like I lost all of my vitals. Like I lost it. And it came out of nowhere. It was a beautiful day. Everybody was everywhere. And it made me sick. Could it be all of the notifications going off, all of the shootings and attacks, like 700 feet from me? Or, or was it just a fluke, something that just happened? Grand Rising. It's February 1st, 2022. This is the shortest month of the year. I know it's going to be gone in 2 weeks. January flew by so fast. But today I'm feeling accomplished. Yesterday was the end of our first half of the school year. Second quarter report is done. My daughter is making A's and B's as usual. As usual. Super proud of her. Super proud of her. She finally came to me and basically let me know she understands why she's being homeschooled and she's actually glad she's being homeschooled. And that made me feel so good. Because if you homeschool your children and they're resenting the fact that they're being homeschooled, they will not apply themselves. They won't apply themselves. So when she told me that, I was very, very happy. I just did not see the logic of me sending my special needs teen somewhere who is not going to be cared for through policy. Like they literally sit in an office somewhere and make policies that reduce care for special needs children. I'm glad that I was even made aware of these new policies they passed. So I made a decision that was for her life, for her lifespan. I want it to be as long as possible. I hope you are sleeping well if you sleep. If you're just waking up, Grand Rising, I really appreciate all of my new subscribers. I appreciate every comment, every like, every share. Thank you for your subscription. I try to schedule my broadcast lives so that people can be aware because it's super early. I think I'm going to stay at this time because it really starts my day off on a positive note where I'm literally every morning, even if I don't broadcast, like I just take a moment and I just have a moment for gratitude and appreciation and growth and keeping my mind sharp to where I want to learn what is going on here so that I can counter anything that really comes my way and in turn teach my daughter how to maintain against odds. This society is really not set up to be supportive of individuals. So, it's a lot. And I do this to self motivate myself. And I share the process simply because a lot of people are aware of my journey and it has been hard on them. Maybe not as hard, maybe not as hard as it has been on me, but it's hard on others that care about me and my daughter and have seen me suffer. So I made this space, the block, where I can just pull up and continue my self care in a sharing form. I may upload music, I may upload vocals, I minute on the vocals. I may Monday through Friday I plan to do my episodes of my BlockCast. There's so many opportunities that I'm reaching for, and if they're not there, I'm going to create them for myself simply because I want more. I want more. I want to be able to solidify my family in peace and stability. Like, that's literally all I want. Self care is important to me because it's keeping me alive, it's keeping me wanting to stay alive, and it keeps me speaking life. I did the opposite for so long, and this is a very good feeling. Writing my book, sometimes I feel like, no, don't write this, but I won't give up. And it's only because it's so hard. And in life, we want things. We want what we want. And you don't always get what you want, you know? So I deal with the resistance, but I'm starting to learn what resistance actually is, how I can recognize it, and how I can move around it. So the book, I'm still going to do it, period. I'm not giving up on it. It's February 1st, 2022, 6:23 a.m. in New York. I want to extend some peace and love to your frequency. I hope you have a very, very, very bright Tuesday. I hope this month brings you everything your heart desires, and also I hope it brings you balance. I hope you have some good coffee this morning. Please, please, please hit the subscribe button and click the bell for notifications so that you can be notified when I have new broadcasts scheduled. Today is going to be a good day. I'm starting off strong. I'm going to end off the same way. I am sending you love and peace. Please be safe. Please be safe. Please be aware as well. That is a part of safety. A huge part of safety is being aware. Be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of your friends and families. Check on your family and friends and make sure everything is okay. There's a lot of suicides, a lot of death. Everybody needs somebody at some moment in their life. I appreciate everyone who has been checking in on me. I really, really do. You guys have done nothing but push me further to stay strong and to stay diligent. I am sending off for my adoption records, the original records. I talked to someone a couple of weeks ago. I've been battling back and forth. Am I going to do this? Do I want to do this? What if I find out something else is going to shock me? I'm going to go ahead on and do it. I'm going to actually go ahead on and do it and get this paperwork here so I can close that chapter of my entire life and move on in grace and peace. Ooh, it's a good feeling. This has been the most amazing thing that has ever happened to me. Just finding my truth. Not what somebody wants me to believe, not somebody else's narrative, my truth. For someone who didn't have that for over 4 decades, I'm probably going to talk about this for the rest of my life. Because I really don't want another person to ever have to go through something like this. I really don't. Again, please be safe and aware, and I love you.